Hey everybody, got some dialogue to get through, and then I will pick the commentary up right after.
There you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? I expect our next conversation to change a great many things. You should be ready. Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later. Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must discover about yourself. I trust you know the importance of your destiny. I am sorry, but I wanted your development unspoiled by expectation, and with the events of late, well, there have been many factors acting upon you. You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent action. I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was once leader of the Imperial Army. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of Emperor Sun Hai. I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited visitor. Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him to. Perhaps it will give him a little perspective. He should respect even the most humble person, because who knows what lies within? That includes you and me both. I was ashamed. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Sun Qin, another brother, also fell. Listen, I will tell you how you came into my care.
Come with me. No, this is my fight. Go!
Your people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come. There were three. Emperor Sun Hai, Prince Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, and myself, Sun Li, the glorious strategist. Age decided our place in the order of things. Sun Hai was the eldest and therefore emperor. I was next and was head of the army. Sun Qin was the youngest and leader of the monastic order. Most in the Empire know nothing of the land of howling spirits. I found its people to be honorable, but I can't tell you more than that. There was no time to learn more. He is the right hand of the Emperor and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. That is the armor of a man who has no remorse, no pity. Your people were guardians, but we did not have a clear idea of what. It is tied to your destiny. I will explain if you want me to move on. You were meant for something important, but because of my actions, it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. In time, they may overwhelm the living. It began when your people were destroyed. You condemn without knowing all the facts. That is my fault, but I am trying to make up for it as quickly as circumstances allow. We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept you isolated. This information could endanger you. The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm for yourself. It was partly the strange skills of Dawnstar that showed me to the corruption, and partly something that belongs to you. You'll understand when you enter. It is here in my home. I kept it hidden by never acknowledging its importance. It is not hard to hide something. You need only master keeping the secret. No, but few places truly are. This has been a lot to comprehend, so take your time. There are instructions inside, and something that belongs to you, an amulet. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain, and you will better know your enemy.
Okay, so all kinds of reveals, big reveals there. Master Li being the Emperor's brother, as well as Sun Kim being the other of the Emperor's brothers. Kim being killed, or is it Kim or is it Kin? Kim, I think it's Kim. Being killed during the Dirge raid or battle at Dirge, however you want to look at that. All right, so anyways, we are down here in the Spirit Cave, and this is where we will get our Dragon Amulet. This area is pretty easy. I did realize, though, eventually that I wasn't on Grandmaster difficulty, so I bumped that up during one of the battles in here. So hopefully things will be a little bit tougher from this point on. But there is a little bit of dialogue, I believe, here as well. Master Li leaving some sort of message here on the gate.
spirits go mad if denied passage to the underworld. They are strong, but you can fight them. You can't kill the dead, but in defeat they are disrupted and can't reform for a time. You are tied to the reason why spirits wander. Many appeared after your people fell, and some are held in this cave. They are drawn to your amulet. It is ahead, waiting for you. Be careful. It is desired by many seeking power beyond the mortal realm. I make no apology for these trials, my student. You will come to see how necessary they are.
Okay, so there's a little message regarding spirits and how we're not able to actually kill them. We just disperse them. Now, again, I think I've brought this up in one of the earlier videos, but weapon styles can't beat spirits, so keep that in mind.
The dragon amulet was with you in Dirge. I understand what it does, but you are the one meant to be trained in its use. I am sorry that my actions denied you this. Essence gems are used by healers and upstart sorcerers and are common enough to be wasted on ornamentation. But with this amulet, you can tap their true potential. Your people were adept at using essence gems. I kept it from you because power is a beacon. The forces behind the restless dead will take an interest in you. Even mindless spirits may be drawn to you, just as they were confined here. In achieving your true power, you become a target that many will not be able to resist.
Okay, so there's the little description about the spirit amulet, and we'll be tossing gems in as we get them. The first one that you get there is a flawed warrior gem. So you know, as you might expect, the gems in the very beginning of the game are not very good, and they will progressively get better. And here I'm just changing the difficulty. So. Yeah, I didn't even realize that I was still playing on all the difficulties there, so they cranked that up a bit. I'll be honest, it doesn't really make things that much more difficult anyway. This game is it's really easy if you know kind of what you're doing. It's mostly about kind of jumping around and separating enemies out, doing a little bit of hit and run type of tactics. Here I just looks like I hit level 3. I'm just going to keep probably doing the same thing there, where I give 1 point into health, 1 into chi, and 1 into, I forget the different stats now. Is it mind? It's mind. Body, mind, and spirit or whatever. Anyways. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna lay out the stats evenly. And then I did put another 2 points now into, what was that, speed increased for my leaping tiger.
My student, I hope you realize your importance. The restless dead must be allowed to find their way to the underworld. All of us will suffer if things continue as they are. Seek the source of this problem and eradicate it. That is your purpose and burden. I hope that the basics I have taught you will aid you in setting everything right.
Okay, so here Master Lee is talking about how it's sort of our job to bring the spirits back to the spirit realm.
Not all spirits succumb to bestial rage. A strong will can transcend death. These beings may have powers beyond any living foe, and intelligence to beguile and confuse. All will suffer if the dead remain this way. Soon you must leave Two Rivers. Seek the source of this problem, even if it leads to the heart of the Empire. I have old friends who may guide you, but I have old enemies too. The cave is secure. Meditate on what you see here. When you leave, all will be changed.
Okay, so this master down here, or this is the spirit of a previous master. Now he speaks Taofan, so I'm not going to worry about speaking over him. But you know, he says here, "I ruled this place, taught with wisdom. Why can't I find my way? Where is the voice that should call to me?" Okay, let's go. Then I'm going to say something like, probably speak of your torment. I must understand it. The living understand nothing. The living cannot feel the pull to nowhere, the frustration. The way is blocked. The shepherd is gone. Cannot escape the living, milling, stinking. You cloud the way. Stinking? Excuse me? I shower every day? Right away? Okay. Alright, anyways. You can see nothing, but you will soon know. The number grows even larger. No souls return to the living. Okay. What will become of the world if no souls are replenished? Eventually there will be an end. You are blind to danger and blind to the truth. Okay, here we go. There is some more. You can only understand if you see. I will make you see. I will make you understand. The old master here actually does say quite a bit that's important for plotline reasons. It'll be much more obvious later on in the game, but yeah, he's from the main character's perspective. He seems to think that this old master is just a mindless spirit that is just making nonsense and he's mad, or he's gone mad, but it's not the case. So anyways, here I just, it's the usual stuff. I'm going to take out these minion ghosts first, and then we'll go for the old master last. I don't think I can use, I'm pretty sure I can't use the harmonic combos in here, so I'm just going to keep beating him up. Get him into the corner and go to town here. We got a hit off on me, it looked like there, but alright, that's the end of that. Alright, so we get a little scene here, and we'll have some dialogue with the water dragon, I believe it is.
My power is stretched thin, bled away, and you are too small, too mortal to truly understand. But small things can move beneath the notice of others. Your master hopes that you will grow strong while he leads the predators away. His reasons are clouded, but you must find a way through the fog. You are the one who can hear, the one who can act. Search, but look also for yourself. You are a spirit monk, and you are the last. I do not have the strength to answer. I am cut open, and the way to the underworld is shut. Spirits are lost with no shepherd, no guardians. You must restore us. The amulet is a focus. It will guide you. But when you know both sides of the Veil of Death, ability alone will save you. I have a moment of power, a window to grant knowledge of a primal energy. You must choose between ice and fire, and I will grant the skill to bring them to your hands. Emotions burn within, but can be coaxed outwards as well. Harness this to bring fire to your hands. Yours is the power to unleash dire flame. There is no inherent villainy in any martial action, only in the hearts of those who wield them. If you rely too much on simple force, then you cannot act without it. I can do no more. I must fade. Pity those spirits that have grown twisted. You will come to know their pain when life leaves you. Pity the world if you fail, spirit monk, for you are the last.
Okay, so the water dragon explains that we're a spirit monk, excuse me, and the last, I think we kind of already knew that, based off of what Master Lee said. And then she does give you a magic style now. The one that you pick, I don't think you can ever get the opposite. I think the one you get is the one you get, and that's there's no way around that. Normally, I actually go with the I think it's Ice Shard, but this time I went with Dire Flame for whatever reason. I guess I just decided to try something different for once. But here is a scroll sand. I completely missed what that one was about. That's my bad. And then Jade Empire Bestiary Volume 3, and this is To Kill a Spirit. And then this is kind of just touches on what I said earlier. The explanation here is that you actually don't kill these ghosts or spirits. You just disperse them. And then it does further explain there that spirits are immune to weapon styles. And then there we get, I think that was Structured Body. That's another technique. So let's just take a look at what we get for that. Health +3, and then Intimidation +1. So that's actually pretty nice for us with the, going the Closed Fist route. That little bit of extra, or that 1 point of extra Intimidation will be useful, because that's going to be the main conversation skill that I use throughout the game. And then here, before I leave, we're actually going to interact with the bones there, and that'll give us an extra 100 silver, which is great, because at this point now we'll be able to buy the last of Smiling Mountain's techniques that he has for sale. So once we jump out, we will go and buy that eventually. Okay, all right. So I just wanted to make sure I saved there. I think again, I always like to save more than I probably need to, but we'll enter the portal, and this will take us right back to Master Lee's, and we'll have a bunch of dialogue with him, and then we'll be able to continue on.
What are you doing out here? You are supposed to be meditating on the amulet and what you have learned for at least another day. A spirit released you? That explains your strange exit. This is a very sudden development I did not foresee. Perhaps it has something to do with your amulet. Tell me, did you learn anything about the destiny that stretches before you, or what has led you this far? Be careful. I do not want you to be misled by sources I cannot anticipate. Your people had warriors by that name. I regret that my actions caused their downfall. 20 years ago, the Empire was mired in drought. Your people revered the Water Dragon, so their Temple of Dirge was the ideal place to ask the heavens for help. But the Water Dragon governed more than just moisture. The drought was part of the natural order, and not for mortals to alter. The spirit monks denied us access. The Emperor was incensed. He asked me to plan a display of power that would force their compliance. As our armies marched, I realized how wrong we were. They were. I could not dissuade my brother, so I fled with you. You must discover for yourself what being the last of your kind means. What else did this vision reveal? You are only to retrieve the amulet, learn to place gems in it, and meditate on your future. I don't want you to be distracted.
Master Li, there's still no sign of her.
What? What is it, Wu? I'm sorry, my mind was elsewhere.
Dawnstar, as I told you, Master. She went missing after Gao's men were discovered in the school. The state of her room suggests some sort of fight took place.
I see. She is not there.
No, Master Li. There's no sign of her.
I see. This may prove useful. Thank you, Jingwu. You may go. Your appearance put Gao's disgrace out of my mind, but it would seem that your early exit from the caves has come at just the right time. I didn't mean to appear callous. I'm sure Dawnstar is fine. What I meant was that this will serve as a final measure of your abilities. What better way to show mastery over your abilities than to turn them towards helping your fellow student? Seek her out. I doubt she is in the school, and someone would have seen her if she was in the village. You might want to try the surrounding marshland. Your master commands that you find her. If not to bring her back, then to teach her captor that this will not be tolerated. Gao insults your accomplishments with this action. Questions must wait. Time is critical. Take some silver. I asked Fendo and the others to stock essence gems in preparation for this day. Hopefully they have done so. You learned in the cave how single gems are viewed as trinkets and used by self-professed healers and would-be sorcerers, but you can unlock their full potential. Make sure you have everything you need when you leave to find Dawnstar. Do not cloud your mind with anything else. When you return, your course will be clear.
All right, so I got a little bit of closed fist points there. I think that was the option where we say something like, if if Dawnstar is strong, she'll be able to handle it herself. And then Master Li immediately is either annoyed or angered, one or the other. But he then says, "No, this is an order from me, and you'll do as I say." So, like it or not, we're gonna go find Dawnstar, which she's probably, or I would argue, the best ally because she can restore your magic. So yes, absolutely, we should go rescue her. All right. Anyways, like I said earlier, we're gonna buy what was that, Heart of Gold. So that's the last ability that Smiling Mountain has, and hopefully you're gonna be able to buy that as well, as long as you've picked up all of the silver that I've picked up. You should be able to buy that. At a certain point, those techniques will no longer be available. And then on top of that, I would say, do not buy any of the gems. Basically, ever. I don't know that I'll ever buy a gem from one of these merchants. You don't really need to. There's plenty that you'll find throughout the game. And again, I don't really. Unless there's one off of a merchant that I'm not remembering, I don't think I end up buying any of the entire game. So, anyways, all right. So we're gonna head into town and try to interact with some of these NPCs, try to figure out where Dawnstar is at. So I'll just poke around and speak with some of the main NPCs. I think I did skip maybe Gujin. I think I bothered speaking with him.
I couldn't believe it. He killed him with a single blow and laughed as this poor boy gasped his last.
You! Gao the Lesser did this. He was dragging some sort of sack and this boy challenged him. What should we have done? Gao killed this boy in one blow. Where were you to defend him? Gao the Lesser would have said the same thing. If you're so keen to copy him, you should head for the gate to the marshes as well. That's the direction he headed.
The murderer was dragging some sort of heavy sack behind him. Go catch him if you even care.
All right, God. Oh, I feel so bad talking to these villagers that way. Anyway, so that gives you some more closed fist points there. If you basically just say, you know, don't question me, peasant. But anyways, that's about all I've got for this video. We'll continue on with Fendo here in the next one. So as always, hope these were helpful and join me for more. Thanks for watching.